Hello and welcome to the Pedro and Banana podcast. Woo! Say hi, Pedro.
Hello.
Okay. I'm really uncomfortable right now because I know what the subject is for this week.
Would you like me to say?
I really would, yeah.
Okay. This week, what we're doing is that we've got a bunch of questions that men might want to ask women from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From the perspective of trying to understand what it is that I need to understand, if that makes any sense at all. There are things that I just don't understand, haven't understood them since I was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, first of all, I started searching Mary Claire and generic places like that for the questions, and they were just stupid. It was like, oh, would you still like me if I cut my hair? It was just pathetic. So then I decided I would search some of the forums, for just the more weird stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that appealed to me, I got 15 totally sick questions.
Amazing. I love how you actually think that I would be the person to answer them for you. That's even more
Well,
concerning.
you've got wine tonight.
I was
going to
say, I feel like we need to explain to people how we've both prepped for this podcast because it's very different to each other. Earlier on, before we did this, I was pouring a glass of wine to get brave enough to answer whatever it is you're going to throw at me.
To be real enough.
To be real enough, yeah, to get rid of all the inhibitions and say what I think. So that's where the wine came from. You were doing a press-up workout.
Yeah, and now I'm drinking tea. So there you go. What a loser.
Rock and roll.
I do drink.
Rock and roll.
I drink. Someone's got to be a professional, Hannah.
I know. Well, I love how you sat me in front of the Roadcaster because, yeah, it's not going to go well. I'm going to have all the buttons in front of me, and once the wine starts hitting, I'm going to press everything.
You don't have to push any buttons.
Well, we'll see.
We're doing it now.
Where's the round of applause if I answer a
no,
question
don't
well?
push any buttons. Oh my God, it's going to be a mess. Right. Are you ready to sink into this?
Can I have another drink quickly?
Yeah, please have a drink. Because this is going to be like a hot bubble bath. Not.
This is going to be anything but that.
I don't just want you to answer these questions, though. I want you to really go into some explanation.
Can I ask what your intentions are with these questions? Are you like trying to make me squirm, or are you actually interested in the answer?
I'm trying to discover things that me and certain members of the public don't know about women. And I've sort of been too afraid to ask, really.
I feel like right at this point I need to... Is it a disclaimer? Put out a disclaimer. I am in no way a sex therapist, and I am in no way someone who should be talking on behalf of other women.
You don't think? You don't think?
I think I'm a bit quirky, so it could be quite entertaining. I feel like if we ever have any more than our 3 listeners...
Yeah, but you've got the tools. This question, some of it's about the tools, I ain't got the tools.
No, yeah.
So other women, their tools...
No, I just feel like in future there'll be people going, why did she say that?
But
That's not true.
Do all tools work the same on women? Or
No,
are the tools different?
everybody is different. It's the same for a guy.
No, it's not. We've all got the same tools. They'll do the same thing.
Yeah, but they all like different things.
I don't know.
They all respond to
I don't
different
know about
things.
other blokes. I don't want to talk about that anyway. God. Right, I'm going to dive.
Is this going how you want it to already?
I'm going to dive into these. Are you ready? Because these are a bit from the
Are
dark
you
side.
starting me off gently? But that's a no. That's a really big no.
I don't know.
Am I allowed to pause before I answer, or is that going to be offensive?
You can think about it. Some of them are plain old silly. Like, these are questions that have just made me laugh, and I thought, you know what, I'm asking that. So
Hold on, I just want to put my feet up and just get relaxed into this. Oh, ow, there we go. Okay. Okay, go on then. Let's do it.
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the airport.
Oh, it's like role play? I thought they would just be general questions.
No,
yeah, carry on.
I sidestepped Mary Claire.
Yeah.
You've got to smuggle some drugs.
Oh, good.
All right?
Yeah.
Fanny or bumhole.
Oh.
And I just want to point out, for anybody that ever listens in America, a fanny is a vagina. It's not a bum. When we hear your children say they fell over and hurt their fanny, we feel very uncomfortable. we also find it hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, no, we do. That's very true. That is very true.
So you're going through the airport.
Yeah.
You've got to smuggle these drugs.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There's no other way.
Mm-mm.
Your family are dead if you don't do it.
Charming.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is the way gangs work. You know. They've given you the drugs.
Yeah.
You can even put them up your bum.
Yep.
Or you can put them up your fanny.
That's a really easy answer.
Is it? Is it? Is it
Sure.
really?
Yeah, of
Go on
course.
then. Where would you put it?
Vagina, 100%.
Why?
Oh my god, you're asking that. Because
But
it's
this
more
is-
used to things going up it as opposed to the bumhole, which is used to things going out of it. Really?
So could you comfortably just smuggle a
Well,
small
it depends how
amount of drugs?
much. How much you're talking about.
I don't know how much.
If you're talking like a little packet, like, I don't know. You know the little pound coin packets you get from the bank?
No one wants you to smuggle that small amount of drugs. It's just a waste of their time. I'm talking about, let's imagine you had like a tennis ball, yeah, but it was more
Longer.
oblong.
Like a dildo then.
Well, yes.
Okay.
If that's what you want to say, I'm happy to accept such a
Kind
thing.
of the same shape.
So,
A stretch tennis ball.
the size of a small dildo,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you've got to carry it a 12-hour flight.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's uncomfortable.
Well, listen, I didn't say that drug smuggling was going to be a comfortable affair.
I don't think it would be comfortable either situation.
But if you had to
no.
choose,
Oh, definitely still vagina.
really?
Yes, not going anywhere else, thank you.
That's crazy.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like
I feel
it's just a situation that we are more used to.
From a man's perspective, like, what does it matter? Do you know what I mean?
It matters a lot.
Makes
Have
no
you
difference.
ever had anything go up your bum?
No,
No.
never.
And obviously you don't have a vagina to explain it to you, but things going up your vagina are a hell of a lot more pleasant than things going up your bumhole.
Pleasant now, is it? So why aren't
Well,
all
no,
women
putting
smuggling
drugs up your bum, I would not, or up your vagina, anywhere, I would say is in no way pleasant. It's going to be nothing pleasant about
Okay.
that.
But that answers that.
Yeah,
It's vagina.
I feel like I should be worried about this because what if you try and get me to smuggle drugs or something?
I'm not saying I'm going to get you to smuggle drugs. I'm just saying,
I don't want them searching me.
no, they won't search you, Hannah. I've got this all planned out, okay? We just go to the airport, we're
Yep.
straight through. It's
Okay.
fine.
Cool. I just
Just-
need to work on my walk.
Just
Because
give me a
apparently,
chance,
if I've
right?
got a tennis ball dildo up me, I got to make sure I don't
Oh.
walk funny.
Oh, you said up me. No, don't ruin it. No.
What would be the correct terminology there?
I'm holding on to.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, ready? Question 2.
I don't know if I'm ready.
What? You got to be ready. These are questions that men want to know. You know,
Really?
Yeah, these are things we
That's
don't know.
what you want to
We're
know.
not doctors. We're just normal men
Okay.
on the street.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even like asking this.
Oh no, this is going to be bad. I can see it on your face.
Okay. When you go for a wee,
Yeah.
does it come out of the same hole?
No, see, I know why you're asking me this question.
Because
I'm
I don't
about to
believe it.
really
I don't
embarrass you.
believe it.
I'm about to totally embarrass you right now because I know for a fact that you didn't know the answer to this question for a very, very long time, and it's only recently that you do know the answer to this
I
question.
still don't believe it though. I want you to clarify that this is true, that there is a separate hole.
I feel like
For
I should
weeing.
have. Oh God, I should have studied my biology a hell of a lot more before this. Okay,
It's a
a
secret hole.
woman urinates just like you do out of a urethra. Yours is longer, ours is shorter. You know where a clit is on a woman, right?
Yeah,
Please.
but no.
So that is where urine comes from.
Where is this secret? Where is
the
this
clit
secret
is.
place?
If you don't know where the clit is, you're in trouble.
Oh, what is going on?
That's where it
Why-
comes out of, and the fact that you didn't know that and you thought it just randomly dropped out of vagina
Yeah,
up until very, very recently.
yeah.
That's really concerning.
I feel like lots
How
of
do
men.
you feel like we could hold that amount of pure liquid in?
Well, I think it was muscles. You know, I thought it was
And
just
you just thought we
muscles.
sat down,
With the
opened the
muscles
gates,
clenched.
and it just.
Yeah, it just all falls out. That is literally what I thought for years.
I know, and it's really
I had
worrying.
no idea. There was this,
Yeah.
and do you know what? Now finding out that there's this like secret second thing going on.
It's not
I'm
a
like, what the
secret.
fuck? Like,
You did not study biology. You did not
I
pay
did
attention
not.
in senior
No,
school.
I did not. No.
I feel
But
like you would have benefited.
I reckon that loads of men don't
Don't
know
know.
about this second hole. I reckon
What
loads of men
concerns
think it
me-
just falls out of a vagina.
What concerns me even more
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that you're a big brother to lots of sisters. So you would have seen babies around the house. You obviously just avoided any kind of nappy changing or helping in any way, shape, or form to not even know the difference.
I stayed away from that shit. like my life depended on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I stayed away from them girls and I feel like I've been tricked. I do. I feel like I've been tricked.
I feel like this is a way more pleasant outcome for you, though.
What, finding out?
Yeah, that it comes out of there and not there.
Do you think it's cleaner? It seems cleaner.
Well, yeah, I would say it's not a nice.
Wait a minute,
idea.
I just can't get my head around it, right? So there is a secret hole by the clitoris.
There is a secret hole coming out of you.
No, there's one hole.
Yeah.
My Jepsai, that's
So
it.
I've got that. Women have that. Women have the same hole because it's the urethra. Ours is a lot shorter than yours.
No, we got one hole. Everything comes out
But we
of the
still
one
have the
hole.
vagina because we have to do a lot with it.
And you've got two holes. Are there any other holes I should know about?
Well, down there's 3, but one you never put anything up.
No, that's not the same place.
I'd like
It's
to point out you.
separated.
Yeah.
It's not the same place. It don't count. You forget the bumhole,
Yeah.
right? In the vagina, there's 2 holes. There's the big hole. The,
What vaginas have you been looking at? The big hole.
Well, I don't know. So are you suggesting that your vagina and your little, but this other, they're the same size? Because if that's true,
No, the holes are not the same size. What? Why
What
is
is
this
going
so
on?
hard?
This doesn't make
You
sense.
have looked at a female's anatomy before, right?
well, clearly not.
No.
Because I feel like I've been duped.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Okay. Well, I'm really trying to not say anything inappropriate right now.
Well,
so
don't. You
no,
know, drop
please.
a line. Don't
I'm
say
gonna
anything
just.
rude.
Yeah. No, it's gonna happen. I can feel it already. I feel warm.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
No.
be careful with your
Okay.
questions, please.
So, in summary, there's two
two
holes.
holes.
One little hole by the clitoris where the wee comes from.
That's where it
That
comes from.
no one can ever see.
No,
it's like a
you
secret.
shouldn't see it. No,
Okay.
unless you're really like investigating or you're a doctor or a nurse.
Really weird, but fine.
You wouldn't
That's
really.
what you got.
Well, no.
That's what,
Oh
that's what
my
you're given.
gosh.
That's fine.
It's the same as your hole. It just has a little hood on it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And just a lot shorter.
All right, this
Girls,
one's-
you'll all agree with me. This is ridiculous.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the women on the planet, but I do believe that there are other men that just do not know this.
I want to
information.
know if there are men out there who think the same. I really want to know. I want them to get in
Well,
touch.
Not only did I have this question from myself, but so did other men on the internet.
No, they
So
didn't.
They had
No,
the
they
same
didn't.
question. Yes, because they want to know. They want to know what I want to know, which is why are we being lied to?
Why have you never looked at a biology book in school? Like, that's very
I don't know. I just sort
basic
of guessed. I sort of
stuff.
guessed it. You
No,
know, like,
that's basic. You get. Oh God.
it's fine. I know now.
Yeah.
It's all cleared up.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like it isn't, but that's okay. You carry on. I'm going to buy you a biology book while you write the. Wait, when you come out with the next
do you know
question,
what?
I'm going to be on Google.
It's fine. It's embarrassing for you to answer. It's embarrassing for me to ask.
I'm not really embarrassed about answering that. That's a medical question, really.
Okay, well then ask and answered. Fantastic.
Amazing. You still have no idea, but it's all good.
Okay, so this one's a bit of a curveball, Hannah.
Oh no. Is it a personal one? Are you going to ask me any
there's a-
personal ones?
This is kind of a personal one. A few of them are personal.
Okay. I might answer them a little bit more generically,
Okay,
dependent on what they are.
let's see if you can answer this one. What was your most awkward sexual experience and why? And that is from Mary Claire.
Jesus. Oh my God. I can't even think. Oh, I really don't actually know the answer to that question.
All right.
I actually don't.
Should I have started with, have you ever had a sexual partner?
No, I definitely have, but I'm just trying to think of awkward. I don't know actually.
Oh, you don't want to answer.
No, I can't actually think of an awkward moment. I think probably being caught, nearly caught, like in that sense, is probably the most awkward part.
How boring.
In a car.
In a car on the motorway.
by another car coming straight at us,
on a
like
bus full of people.
just waving at them. Hi guys, nothing to see here.
No, you were on the bus too.
Oh, good. I really wouldn't even know the answer to that question, but it probably was. It probably was one of the car situations.
So
I love
boring.
that I said one of the car
That's boring.
situations.
I wish I had people to phone so I could ask that question to them too. Some
I don't
people
have
are honest.
any, but
Of
I'm
course
also
you
not
don't.
going to be.
Everybody does.
I'm
Everybody
not gonna.
does. Weird stuff happens in life, Hannah. There's no point pretending that it's never happened to you.
I'm really, really, really trying to think, and now I'm not. I'm going to be distracted with your next question because I want to have an actual answer to that one. I feel like you should have prepped me with that one before.
No, I told you.
I could have thought about
I'm not
it.
telling you any of the questions.
I'm
before
sure
I go
something
through
will
them.
pop into my head once we finish the podcast. And I'll be
Alright.
like, oh, damn, that was the most awkward.
We'll go through the rest of the questions. If you can think of anything, you can come back to it, or you've managed to avoid it again.
Again, I've answered your other two. Sorry, I'm going to have more wine now. You've just got really quiet. The chair creaks and you're
Just
like
these questions,
laughing.
Oh my god, they're so terrible. I
Oh,
didn't
good.
realise it is embarrassing to ask them, but I'm doing it. I don't care. Ready?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Can a woman
Your face.
can a woman orgasm riding a bicycle?
Yes.
Really? And have you? No.
No, but I have enjoyed some spin classes for sure.
Oh my god. Is that why
You're
they're full
on
of
that
women?
area.
They're full of women spin classes.
They're also full of men.
I've never seen hardly any men in there.
I had a mix. At one point in my life, I was going to about 5 a week, and I had like the men classes in the evening where I was pitted against them to race them, and then I had the ones in the day where all the women were there having a lovely little chat and a nice morning out.
So women are going to these classes, yeah?
So like because you've got blood flow, they're not all going there to sit on a bike and bounce around. No, no, but. You are very aware of the area, particularly when you first start spin. When you first start, if you're in one of the positions on the saddle, on the bike, effectively, that particular area is bounced and bashed quite a bit.
Oh my
and
god, that sounds painful.
It's not.
Do you think? Okay, you said at the beginning that you didn't want to speak for all women. Do you think that this could be true for all women?
No. It's not true
No.
for all women at all. No, not
So
at all.
what,
But
50,
I do know.
50-50?
I do know that I am not the only person who has said what I've said. I do know for sure. Not just spin either, yoga too.
So you've
Yoga.
conversed with other women about this, or because you've heard other women say it on like a program or something?
I've heard it. I've read it. I read a lot about what I do. So gym and exercise. I've read a lot about everything that I do, but I can totally understand it in spin and in yoga. Yoga, there's one position that, yeah, it definitely happens to people for sure. I've read full-on stories about them trying to disguise it and things like that. It's like appeared out of nowhere and they were not prepared for it. Definitely more so in yoga than spin, but
Wow.
I wouldn't say it's all the time. I would say that actually after that first time where you're like, oh my god, what on earth is happening? You learn to not sit on that
What does that
in
mean?
that position particularly, or you'll move away, or you'll re-angle yourself.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Why?
It just blows my mind that this could be true.
We've got the blood flow going. We're working out.
Yeah, but
like
still, it seems like
I would say it doesn't happen to a very large amount of the population, and I would say it never. I would find it very odd if it took you to like the end, the end result. That would be very odd. Although I have read stories of people doing that in yoga for sure.
My God.
But I can understand it being stimulated 100%.
Well, that question, I thought straight away you'd just go, "Oh, what a load of bollocks."
Did you? Well, no. Did you not know
Absolutely
that
not.
a lot of people when they first, well, women particularly, well, I don't know this story's true because it's not true for me, but a lot of women when they first when they were first like investigating themselves, like that kind of thing, they found that actually a lot of them could only come by like sitting on a pillow and bouncing on it or something like that, like stimulating the clit, like bouncing on something like that.
What?
Yeah. So they would only come there. They wouldn't with their fingers or anything like that.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
I thought you'd say, when I asked that question,
Don't be so ridiculous.
yeah, what a load of bollocks. So
I would have said that if I hadn't have had wine, but you knew this would happen and you've done this on purpose just to embarrass me for the rest of my entire life. My family can never listen to this podcast. I have already warned my sister. She thinks it's hilarious. But my mother and my brother are never listening to this.
Oh, no, your brother. Oh, my God.
No.
That's right. He won't want to know.
No, he won't.
Oh,
I hope he never
Honestly,
listens.
if I heard my sisters talking about stuff like this, I'll probably kill myself.
I feel like you... Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking.
But I feel like you're gonna be quite happy sending this to them because it's all my embarrassment and not yours.
No.
I love them, so they can listen to anything. I don't mind.
So I thought you'd say, what a stupid question. So my next question was...
Oh, am I meant to be more reserved than this?
No, it's fine. My next question was, have you ever orgasmed doing some other random task?
No, but...
I was thinking
Oh.
driving a tractor, trampoline, I don't know.
No, not a trampoline. God, no. Again, yoga would be the only one. And oh
But
God, my
there's
yoga
no-
teacher would better
no
not listen
seat
to
in
this
yoga,
either.
There's no seat.
No, there's one position, and I really, honestly, it freaks me out because I would never ever think of that position as being something that would cause any...
I know what you're talking about. They call it the Mardi Gras.
I don't even know what that is. What's the Mardi Gras?
It's a position, isn't it?
In yoga? I don't know what you're
A
saying.
new one.
No, there is one position that I'm like, oh my
What's it called?
God.
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called, actually.
Is it a real yoga position?
Yeah.
Or is this just like
No,
you
it
come
is,
up
but
with?
it's normally like a stretch that you do right at the end when you've worked the rest of your body and you've done a lot. And again, blood flow, and you've done a lot of stretching. When you come to stretch in this particular way, it's almost like, yeah, is that rain?
I think it's right, yeah. We're doing this from a
In the
conservatory,
shower.
we should point out.
We're in the shower.
We're not in the shower.
That takes it to a whole other level.
No, don't. Oh my God. Right,
What's
so-
really funny about this, more than anything, is this subject was yours. I've come up with my own subjects for podcasts. This was your subject. You wanted to ask me these questions
Yes.
to try and make me squirm,
No, but I appreciate
or
you
to
answering them.
get actual answers. But I feel like there's a few things that I'm feeling, but you're never going to give up because you're going to keep asking questions about this regardless. So when we're at work, or I'll get a phone call if I'm in the car because something's popped into your head, and B, you're squirming a hell of a lot more than I am.
I am. That's true. I am. Oh my God. Right,
Our
so-
friend Tracy told us we should start videoing our podcast, and I'm so upset we didn't do this one because it honestly it would make you laugh so much right now. Just to see your face. That's all that's I might take a picture of you for our Instagram right now, actually, and just that face that you're pulling. Just hold it 1 second, because yeah, you just don't. Yeah, you don't seem comfy. I'm just going to keep
not.
this camera here.
I'm not. No, don't.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Carry on. Next question.
Okay.
Have you just vetted them? Have you just gone through and gone, oh, I'm not gonna...
No. I have to ask them because I said 15 questions and there are 15 here. Now I'm rethinking the whole thing, but I'm just going to go for it. Right.
Okay.
So.
Is that because you're scared of what I'm going to say, or is that because you're squirming because you don't actually want to know the answer?
As the wine flows with you,
Yeah.
I find it very honest and maybe a bit uncomfortable. Anyway, we're going through it anyhow. All right. I'm gonna explain what this means because some people won't know. Have you ever parped doing yoga?
I haven't. No, but it's a constant fear.
And what is a parp?
Well, actually, you're the person who explained that to me. I didn't actually... I thought that was a fart.
It is a fart. But
I thought when people said parp, they meant fart, but you have told me that
Well, I
a PARP
understand
is from the vagina.
Yeah,
But I didn't know
it's
that.
a fanny fart, a PARP.
Literally,
I
what,
thought.
2 weeks ago you said that?
I might be wrong. I think old people call a normal fart a PARP. But
Right.
I always thought if you parped, that's a fanny fart.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I figured that obviously when you're doing yoga that might happen, and wondered if it had ever happened to you. You said no.
No, it's never happened to me.
Never.
I've always had the fear of it because I know it has happened to people and does happen to people quite regularly.
Have you been in a class where that has occurred?
No, do you know what? I haven't, but my yoga instructor, who I love to pieces, turned around to me and has explained that has happened to her before. And I'd missed a class one week and there was a man farting in the corner and there was all sorts going on. So I do know it definitely does happen. And the thing is it's so sad when it does because the woman would be so embarrassed, like insanely embarrassed, and she'll never come back.
Do you don't think that other women in the class would be really understanding of such a thing?
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, like we would never draw attention. You would never draw attention to it. You just ignore it. You wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't acknowledge it, anything like that. But as a woman, you would know that everyone else has heard it. And for that reason, even if you're nice to them afterwards and chat about completely different things, try and make them feel comfortable, they are aware of it and they won't come back.
Could you tell the difference between a PARP and a standard fart?
I don't know.
It's a good question though, isn't it?
I don't know.
What's
I wouldn't
more
know.
embarrassing?
I can't say I've ever studied it.
Okay, you're in a class doing yoga, yeah, right? And there's a noise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's more embarrassing for you? Everyone thinking that you've done a standard fart or everyone thinking you just parped?
Probably fart, I think.
More embarrassing to fart
Yeah.
than parp?
Well, because a PARP is nothing. It's not like...
What, parp's just like...
Yes, it's like popping champagne. That's what it's like.
Which leads me to my next question. No, it doesn't.
Have you ever?
Okay, you ready for this? This is a fun one. I like this question. This is a good question because I think I'd like to know this about women because it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Could you ever get turned on watching male gay porn?
Oh, so I do know the answer to this question. I don't personally, but I do know that women do.
They do?
And women get turned on by lesbian porn too, even if they're straight.
Well, I'm talking from the straight perspective, sorry.
Yeah, no.
But what I'm saying is that obviously good straight women get turned on
I've heard
watching
they do.
male gay porn.
Yeah, I've heard they do, yeah. I don't know what particular thing it is about it.
It's more
I don't
bang
know.
for your buck, isn't it? You know, it's double trouble.
I suppose that's what it's about. I really actually don't know. I am fascinated by it though.
And
I
the
really
men
am.
in there, they're always so toned, you know. So I've heard.
I really actually don't know what the draw is. I'm being really careful not to say anything too inappropriate because I'm very aware of what I've had to drink already.
Just answer it honestly.
I am answering it honestly, but I don't want to say anything offensive towards certain people. So I'm being very careful.
But for you, no. You couldn't get turned on watching two
Me
men
personally,
in the
no,
gay
it
porn
doesn't.
outfits,
No, it doesn't do anything. It's not.
You know of women personally that you've spoke to that can get turned on by it?
Who told me that? Someone.
It doesn't matter who. You don't have to say who that.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, but I have.
How is your mum, by the way?
Oh, now you're in so much trouble. If she ever does hear this, you are in so much trouble now. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. She's gonna kill you. Oh my god. No, but I have had this conversation with someone. Oh, I can't remember who. I know I've definitely read a lot about it.
Yeah.
You know me, I read about everything.
I just thought, you know what? That's a good question because it seems practical.
I find it interesting because it's almost like the same women who get turned on by lesbian porn would get turned on by gay porn. Lesbian porn I actually understand more because it's like all female pleasure, so it's like they can pretend that it's them or imagine that it's them, whereas sometimes porn can be very male dominated and a lot about the male pleasure and what the man is getting out of it, whereas in lesbian porn it doesn't look almost, I don't want to say this word, but not selfish, it's about the woman, whereas a lot of porn is for the man. So the woman could be being rammed to death or whatever, looking in pain, but if the man, but if she's doing it and that's what the man enjoys, then it's more for him than for us as women to watch.
We watched that program, where it was talking about people in the porn industry.
Mm-hmm.
That woman who was a porn actress, the black girl that went to Prague, she said in it that whenever people are watching porn, they're not watching the man, they're watching the woman. She said people.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't say that's true though.
So are you watching the man?
Yeah.
When you watch porn, you're watching the man. You're not interested in what the woman's doing.
It's a bit odd because I don't really. I like to know that she's enjoying it. The biggest turn off for me watching porn would be the woman looking in pain or looking like she's faking it or not enjoying herself. Like that is the worst. I hate that with a passion. But I would only like sort of glance that way just to make sure it's not an uncomfortable scene altogether. But generally, the biggest turn on for me would be the man's face.
But it so much heterosexual porn doesn't even show the men's
No, I know.
heads.
That's why it's really hard for me to find anything good. Yeah, no.
It's just their bodies. Mm-hmm. And the woman is as a whole. They show the whole woman and just these men's bodies with no head.
Yeah, no.
But in gay porn, you're getting it all.
Yeah, maybe that's the draw.
Maybe you haven't watched enough to realise what you do and don't like. Maybe you haven't considered it because you're just stuck in a rut. You're always looking at the same stuff.
Maybe.
And you're not giving it a chance.
Good point.
Well, I think you better think about it, Hannah.
I feel like this is a very personal conversation.
This is a question to revisit for you because I feel like you need to get out there. Seriously.
Explore the sites a little bit more.
Okay, question 8. This is a silly one, really.
Hold on, question 8.
Question 8, yeah.
Jesus, I thought we were nearly done.
No, sorry, babe. Do you think that a fanny, that's a vagina, if you're in America, looks weird?
Oh, I don't like the look of it.
Do you think it looks weird?
Weird is an odd word, but yeah, I don't think it looks
Do you feel
pretty.
like the look of a penis makes more sense?
Yes, but I'm a straight woman, so for me, that's aesthetically more attractive.
I'm a straight man, but I think that...
Do you find male anatomy more attractive than female anatomy then?
No.
Because we've got a whole other podcast right now.
Frankly, I don't, no.
No.
But I just feel like...
You just don't like the look of a woman down there.
I feel like... No, I do. But I feel like there's a much greater variant.
In a woman or in a man?
Women overall. I feel like the penis is more generic, you know? Like,
well, not necessarily. No. There's lots of different sizes, lots of different shapes, lots of different shaving, lots of different designs. Yeah.
Again, this is my fault. I haven't taken notice.
No, so you need to watch more gay porn, clearly.
Yeah. What I find really hard is really hard.
Yeah, wonderful.
What I find really interesting is the fact that so many men, when you watch porn, are circumcised.
Circumcised?
Circumcised.
No, circumcised.
Circumcised.
Not sticed.
What? Circumcised. Circumcised.
I would find it odd if they were circumcised too. Circumcision's really popular in America. You're more likely to be circumcised than not.
But I just feel like everyone's circumcised.
No, circumcised.
Circumcised. Why do they keep doing it? Why do they keep doing it? I don't know. I haven't even had a drink.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my god.
I feel like you needed to do more research on this topic before.
Honestly, I haven't got a clue. I thought I was kinky, but I am so vanilla. I ain't got a clue what's going on out there.
Oh,
I've lived in a bubble all my life. I've lived in a bubble.
Amazing.
I don't get it.
No, you really do need some biology books, that's for sure.
Well, I still feel like these questions are quite, they're quite risque.
Okay, you go for it.
Question 9. Have you ever fantasised about pegging a man to see things from the other side?
Wow, what a good question.
Pegging is where you strap on a dildo and fuck a man up the arse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again, my family can never listen to this. Jesus. So from a psychological point of view, because I love psychology, I can understand it. I can understand females need to be the dominant one, because there is a dominance to that.
No, but you don't ever get to see things from the role of a man?
No.
And do you think that that is something? Have you ever thought, I'd love to tear through him?
I can't say that I've ever wanted to dominate someone in that way. No, I can't say personally that I've ever thought, oh, that's something I need to do. Although I did watch a show and this girl was obsessed with it, like
Really?
absolutely obsessed with it. It was one of the Channel 4 like medical documentary things, you know, like Embarrassing Bodies or something like that. I don't know if it was a sex clinic or something like that, one of those weird ones.
The rain's
Yeah,
coming
she
back.
was-
You hear the rain? Sorry.
I know, yeah.
Sorry about the rain. So this girl's
Back
obsessed.
in the shower. Yeah, she's obsessed with pegging. Like, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. Now I'm really into this. It's almost like she's had so much sex in all kinds of ways that she's just trying to find the next thing that works for her, but she's just obsessed with it. Absolutely obsessed
Was she
with
quite
it.
a dominant person?
She was very little lady.
Really?
Like, very short. She had a lot of tattoos and piercings, and not that makes any difference whatsoever, but
Well,
she
it does.
was an overly confident
Does.
young lady. She was very confident.
She's living an alternative life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she really was into it.
Really?
And they were in the clinic. I hope I don't get this wrong. In the clinic, they were sort of all sat around. You know, in some places, like some of the TV shows, they do like other guests mingling and random conversations jump to them. It was almost like she was making the rest of the guests feel really uncomfortable because she was like, oh, I really love it. And like the men there, even the gay men who were sat with her, were like squirming and going, oh God.
How do you find a man and say,
There's so
this
many
is what
that
I
do
want?
enjoy it
And
though.
I feel like you've got to throw a lot of darts at a ball there before you get a bullseye. I mean, how do you broach it, you know?
I feel like it's certain people, maybe certain ages, maybe younger than us. It's like a normal thing to try.
If I went out on a date now, yeah, and I'd like gone out and had a few drinks, got the conversation going, and a woman went to me, listen, if this is going to go anywhere, I want you to know that I like to peg. And if you're not into that, then like this ain't going to work out. I'd be like, why the fuck have you wasted my time and brought me out here? We've had starters, you know? This is, you're right, this is going nowhere. There's absolutely no way. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
You know, you're not pulling my hair.
Be a lot harder to pull a man's hair than a
There's
woman's
no
hair.
way. I feel like you've got to throw a lot of darts at a ball to find me.
I think they seem to find each other though.
Really?
They do seem to, yeah.
Was it a Peggy? Is that a pegger finds a Peggy?
I think people of that age are a little bit more
What age?
Well, she was younger than us, and I think that I think it is more now that younger people are just trying a bit of everything.
No way young people are just
They're not
pegging
as
'cause
scared. They're not
young.
as scared as
Oh, as
of.
if they're
I
not
feel
pegging,
like-
Hannah. Pegging is like it's a niche. It's got to be a niche. I'm telling you.
Isn't a lot of it.
No, but some things they sort of cross over. Pegging's a black or white thing. I mean, it really is.
Okay.
You know, you're either gonna peg, or you're definitely never gonna peg, and that is it.
Oh, I feel like I really want to turn some of these questions round on you, but you're just going to squirm too much. It's going to be uncomfortable.
Well, your questions have to stay as they are for the next podcast.
No,
You
because
got-
my questions are not
yeah, but
as interesting as
well, then
yours.
that's fine. So now you're gonna look for really sick stuff like I did.
I might make mine a bit more entertaining.
You cheat. I should let you go first. Then mine would have been a bullseye. Okay, you ready? This is again another stupid question. But I feel it is a question that a lot of men don't know the answer to. Where does the vagina end? Is it near the belly button?
Wow.
Where does it end?
Oh my gosh. I feel. Oh my God.
Is it separated up into sections, or is it all one party?
It's one channel.
And where does that channel end, roughly?
It doesn't. The end point. As a man, you should have felt at some point or other. Otherwise, again, I don't know what vaginas you've been looking at.
Yeah, this is the
There should be.
well, maybe the problem's not there. Maybe it's me.
If you can't reach the end, yeah, there's a problem. No, that you should have felt the end effectively, but there is a cervix there, so you can.
Wait a minute. So this doesn't make sense because
again, a biology book rather than
I've seen a biology
Hannah.
book. I've seen a biology book. Okay, it's like the main area, and then you got 2 tubes for where the eggs come from, right? So those 2 tubes, they're like tunnels, aren't they? Little tunnels coming off the main bit.
That's to the ovaries. Are you talking about the fallopian tube?
Yeah, so the fallopian tubes from the main bit, they go straight off, so they're still included. My question was, where does the vagina end?
Way before that.
What do you mean?
Oh
So the
my
vagina,
God.
so the fallopian tubes, which are connected
you
to the
can't-
vagina, are not considered part of the vagina.
Aside from the cervix opening, you are not going to access any of those things.
I'm not looking to access it. I'm asking if it is considered part of the overall area.
No, the vagina is literally just that channel.
Right. So where does the vagina end? If you were to stand up now,
About,
what's that?
I would say
Hannah,
a vagina is about that long.
That's about 4 inches.
Generally, maybe shorter than
There's
that.
no way.
And
There's
then
no
it
way.
will
It's more
expand
than
when
4
it's turned
inches.
on. No, it's not. When it's turned on,
It's deeper than 4 inches, surely.
no. It's about. This may just be me. I don't know. Maybe I'm bigger or smaller. I don't know. But you are only about that.
No,
Yeah,
that can't
that
be
big.
true. Some men have got
That's how
whacking
big.
great willies.
So when a girl gets when a girl gets turned on, it expands just as
That's a lot
like
of
you guys
expansion
do.
from 4 inches to God knows what. I mean, again, coming back to porn, some of those men are carrying.
Yeah, but
huge
if you
great
watch,
bunkers.
if you watch a lot of porn, yes, there are some that can go completely in. There's a lot where they don't. There's a lot where it's only just the tip going in and
Okay,
out.
but some are. So again, we're saying effectively, who knows where it ends?
Well, no,
because all
exactly.
women are
It's the
completely
same.
different.
It's the same as all men are completely different.
Well, that's true. Okay.
So
fair
men
enough.
grow at different sizes, and so do women.
It's like the pegging.
That's
they
why
seem to
it's
find
like
each other, right?
exactly. It's like finding what works for you.
They must know.
Yeah.
It's not. Do you know what? That's a lot less throwing lots of darts at a ball to find a bullseye. That's a 50-50. Anyway, stupid question.
If I'd have known this was so biology, like at one point there where you were trying to do a diagram, I felt like I was trying to homeschool you in biology. Just
No,
then.
I did some biology, but what I'm saying is that like it all feels like a bit of a trick. You know, it's like a maze, and now there's secret this and secret that.
I don't mean.
You've already admitted that there's more than one hole. Well, it's got to go somewhere, isn't it? That all forms part of the overall
Okay.
vagina thing.
I'm gonna buy you some books. I'm gonna
I don't
draw
wanna
you
read
some
those books. I don't
diagrams,
wanna read
and
those
I would
books.
like to point out that it isn't a trick because vaginas have been around for a very, very long time, far longer than you've been alive
Yeah,
for.
well, I don't feel like I did do biology, and a lot of this was never explained at all. It's not in the curriculum. There are questions that need to be answered. Men want to know. I'm 40 years old.
Were you ever in biology?
I was in biology. I did biology with the head teacher. I should know loads of stuff. I know loads of stuff about sperm. Loads of stuff about sperm.
What kind of head teacher was this?
Oh,
You know lots about sperm with the head teacher, but you don't know anything about women. Should I be really worried?
He was a good man. He was a good man. I swear it. I swear it. Yeah, he's in prison now, but
You
people
literally
didn't
just said
understand
that. I did biology with a head teacher. I learned lots about sperm.
I did say that. God.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, God.
You did just say that.
I know. All right, you ready? Question 11. And this is a bit of a conceptual question, you know? Yeah? So, the world has kind of come to an end, yeah? It's been a big war. Got to repopulate the earth, okay? Right?
Yep.
It's only a few women, but there's a lot of men. Yeah? Could you, in an effort to repopulate the earth, yeah, have sex with lots of different men to create a broad spectrum of the species moving forwards, or not?
Only every maybe once a year.
Yeah, but you might have to do it with different partners. You can't have all
No, but
these...
you can't be to repopulate the earth. You can't be pregnant more than one at a time. So in
No, but
order
you
to
might-
get pregnant, yeah, fine. But then you are pregnant.
Okay,
then you
but
pop out a baby, then you need to have another one.
Well, let's look at it
Is
a
what
different
you're
way.
basically
Well,
saying,
no,
if a
I'm
body
kind
can handle that.
Yeah, can you just knock out baby after baby after baby?
If
with
you're
different
asking
men
me
if you had to?
personally, God.
Yeah, I'm asking you personally. You've got an effort to make. Do you want to repopulate the earth, which would involve you sleeping with multiple men, or do you want to just let it all finish?
Depends if I like the men.
No, you're not going to like them, Hannah. These are dirty post-apocalyptic war men. They got dirt on their faces. They got big hairy beards.
Well, that's a really interesting question because that's more of a survivalist question than it is a sexual question. Because
No, it's both.
Well, no, because if you're asking it me personally, we know that I don't want children. So
No, but this is a different situation.
yeah, no, that's why I understand what you're saying, because if I was in that situation, it would be more a case of actually I might need to have children, because what happens when I get old and I can't look after myself? I'm going to need people that I have brought up to look after me.
So is everyone else. The whole world's going to have to come back together.
At that point, when you're in that situation, then it's more a case of survival than it is a case of, oh, I'll have babies.
Okay, there's nearly 8 billion people in the world at the moment. We have bread and bread and bread, and we just fucked everything, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You would be starting that process off again. Does part of your mind not think, yeah, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't, you know?
A little part of my mind, for
us.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't really answer because you don't know.
No,
unless
you
you're in that
wouldn't know unless
situation.
you're in that situation, for sure. You wouldn't know. And everybody's answer would be different. Everybody's answer would be different for that one. Because there's some people who are natural mothers, they're naturally maternal, they would just want that. And
Leave it up to the other women, huh? Yeah. I thought you might think that.
no, see, I'd probably be more out, like, teaching them things that they shouldn't be doing. Like, I love kids, I get on very well with them, and they like me, but...
Oh, you'd be the nanny.
But
Super
yeah,
nanny.
I'll be the nanny.
Yeah,
That's
super
fine. I'll
nanny,
just take
okay.
them out for the day and then give them back.
Oh, okay.
Then go and have wine.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
We'll give you
not?
that job.
Thanks.
Done. Right. Question 12. And this is personal. I'm sorry, Hannah.
Oh, God.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not.
We already
I
did
just
the
wanted
awkward
to-
sex one, and I still haven't got an
they're all-
answer
they're
for
all-
it.
They get worse before they get better. There's
only 3 left, isn't there?
There's 4 left.
Okay.
If you don't come, is it a waste of your time?
No. I wouldn't say so.
No.
But... no, it's not a waste of time, because for a woman, quite a lot of the time, it's the intimacy anyway. It's not...
For us,
you don't always
mostly
need
it's a waste of our time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mostly it's a waste of our time. And that's a really shallow thing to say. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just honest, you know?
Yeah, no, I think, well, without being funny, I don't think anybody wants to be left unsatisfied, but at the same time, I would never say it was a waste of time.
Really?
Yeah, because you're learning stuff. Like, you'd learn that guy was no good for you. So.
Okay, let's post a scenario then, yeah? Let's propose a scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you are, you've gone online, you've met yourself a date, you know, you've gone out with him, he's lovely, you know? He treats you right, he's funny, you know, he buys you dinner, he's a gentleman, he's good looking, all those things, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But you never come. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what he does. He's just terrible. Is it going to last?
Depends if the other aspects of his nature last or not.
Yeah, they last. They're there forever. What would you do? Would you just get yourself off and pretend it was fine? Or would you tell him the truth?
I would do both.
Well, you say you'd lie to him?
No. I would sort myself out and then teach him what to do and make him good at it.
What if he could never get it? He could just never get it.
I don't know. If he could never get it, then he's probably not the person for me, because I'd need someone a bit sharper who could learn and pick things up quickly.
So then, if you don't come, it is a waste of your time.
No, it's not a waste of my time.
Well, you just said it was.
No, because sometimes you don't need that. As
No,
a woman, sometimes it's not the be all and end all, because we're quite used to not always getting what we want.
Okay, but bottom line...
Bottom line, everybody wants everything. So you'd want everything.
Okay.
You'd want all of it, but if
Okay.
you can't have it all, it's a case of a balancing act.
So what you're saying is that if you're with someone and you don't come every time, that's fine, you know? Sometimes you don't, it's no big deal.
As long as you are sometimes, sometimes at least, then it's fine. But never, I think, would be an issue. Definitely.
Yeah,
Then
so
it would be an issue.
okay, so
Oh God, I can see your brain whirring. It really makes me nervous.
so take it from. I know you wouldn't, you haven't, but let's say from the perspective of having a one night stand with someone.
Hmm.
If you don't come, it's not a waste of your time.
I think in a one night stand situation it is.
So then, if you don't come, it is a waste of your time. I mean, which
In a
is it?
relationship, it's very different, though.
I didn't say about a relationship. I said a single question.
Oh, ugh.
Is it a waste of your time or not?
One night stand, yeah.
I think the answer to that question is, for a woman, from a woman's perspective, that if you don't come, it is a waste of your time. That's what I think.
I don't agree with that because
Because you're
I don't
thinking
agree.
of it from an intimate perspective. Because women do, they think about intimacy.
Yeah,
And,
that's
you know-
what I'm saying. So you're saying if I don't, then it's a waste of my time. Well,
Yeah,
no, because I got something else out of it that
but
I wanted at the
But
time.
you're trying to imagine yourself in this long relationship. I'm talking about physical act only. It's physical act only.
It's frustrating, for sure. Like if you're not getting that out of it, and that's what you're purely there for, is for that physical satisfaction. It is really annoying.
And on a one night stand, women, I presume, would just be there for that physical satisfaction in a lot of cases. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's not really my kind of question.
No, it's not. It's not. It's true. All right, let's
wouldn't
go.
know.
Let's go from bad to worse. Ready?
Oh no, no.
Oh, this is. I'm sorry about this.
I feel like you're not.
Well, you know what?
Hold
It's
on.
a horrible question,
More wine.
but I feel like we need to know.
I've just downed a load of wine before this one, so
Okay.
go for it.
Can you feel sperm inside of you?
Oh my god.
It's not my question.
I feel like I just want to say I love my family, and I'm so sorry that this was the moment that we never spoke to each other ever
You
again.
might not know the answer. You might have no
I
experience.
do
with
know
it.
the answer,
Okay,
and you're making me say it. Yes, you can feel it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
I would imagine there's probably some people who can't feel it. I don't know.
Oh my god. There you go, Paul 692. There's your answer, you dirty fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Straight to 14.
I love
you
how
ready?
you're pretending that these are other people's questions
They
and not your
are,
own.
but that one is, some of them are mine. Some of them are mine. Well, so, do you know what? All of them are like somebody else's question, but deviated in a kind of way to work for me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just straight up other people's questions. This one would be a deviation on my part.
Oh, good.
Do you know if you've ever had a wide on, or is that a myth?
Oh, wow.
Men
See,
get,
I only...
men get a hard on.
Yeah.
Do women get a wide on?
There's movement, for sure.
So if you're sitting in a room
Uh-huh.
and someone very attractive comes in,
Mm-hmm.
there's movement.
It's not like a guy movement. No, like for me, I've explained this to you before. I wouldn't be attracted to someone as they walked in. Like I wouldn't look at them and go, "Oh my god," and then
Okay, well, fine.
physically become aroused. But I would, if they were talking to me or flirting with me or like little touches, stuff like that, for sure. 100%.
What do you mean there's movement? Could you call it a wide on, or would you just say tingle?
I understand the term now because I hadn't heard of that, had I, until you said it to me, and I sort of looked at you and I was like, "A what? Sorry." Now I know what you mean. I understand the term because it can feel like that, but again, that comes down to the conversation that we were just having, that a woman has to expand to accommodate for the man. It's that kind of thing.
So you can feel something going on, like
When you're turned on,
So we get hard, and something does move for you.
yeah.
My God, who knew?
Yeah.
Do you know what men have joked about this for a year? Well, I know.
I feel like there's going to be loads of women who are going to be totally judging me right now and
Do you
being
think
like,
loads
"What
of
the
women are like,
hell?"
what?
Yeah.
I've never had a wide on, this dirty bitch. Do you think they are? Do you think
I think that women are so different, and we all experience so many different things, that some of the things that I've said to you, no way, other women would be like, "Well, yeah, for sure." Like, I feel like...
It goes back to the penis and the vagina, the differences. The penis is more generic. Do you get bone on? Yes, I do. Boom. Now you're saying there's like...
I would hope that all
different
women get to
spectrum of-
experience that. I would hope they do.
Is it happening? Or do you just don't know about other
I don't
women?
know.
You don't know.
I just don't know.
So there's no hard and fast rules for women like there are for men.
A lot more is connected to the emotion for a woman. A lot of our physical
God.
reactions and everything are connected to the emotion of a woman. So if
God.
they've had trauma, or they're just
No
generally not
talk about
happy.
trauma.
No, I don't mean in that
Come
sense,
on
but
now.
like if they're really upset, if they've got emotional issues, that kind of thing, their body's not going to respond in the same way as someone who's just generally happy all the time and having a wonderful life. It's very, very different.
So the spectrum is not just about woman
Whereas
to woman, it's about feeling to feeling.
It can be, yeah. I feel like...
Women are so complicated. Oh
No,
my
well, you're
God.
just built to just switch on and off.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are. That's what you're built
We
for.
don't just switch on and off. Well, we do just switch on and off.
I know.
Okay,
Little sods.
to be honest, this is a good last question. This is a good round-up question.
Yeah.
Judging by everything you've discussed so far and the differences in women,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is a question for all men. It's really important. Well, I'll be honest now, Hannah. Yeah. Lastly, do women ever actually know what they want?
Aww. Why did I not know this question was coming? I feel like I should have should have guessed. Do women know what they want?
Because you all act like you do. You all act like you know exactly what you want. I've got a theory that you ain't got a clue what you want.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? We care.
Who cares? Just let us
We
live.
care. No, this is torture. Women act
You
like they know
live.
what they want. Women are the agenda makers. They plan for the getting married, and they plan out, all my body clock's ticking, and I want to meet a guy like this. And women, from an early age, they get together and they talk about all these plans and agendas, and they compare how far they've come in life by the measure of how far another woman's come. It's a mess. Like, women make this really complex system of what they want to achieve by when and how, and very few are outside of these set of rules. But women act like they're totally sure of their decision making, yeah? But when you're in a relationship with a woman, you're just like, this person is crazy. Who is this strange person sleeping in my bed? Like, I don't understand what is happening. And so I want to know if you women actually at all know what you want or not.
I hate that term when you say that.
What?
You women.
I'm sorry.
It's really
I didn't mean it
horrible.
like
I
that.
really hate it
I
when
didn't
you
mean
do
it
that.
like
We're all
I
different.
apologise.
We're all different. Just like you guys are all different. Because you say that about agendas and stuff. There are definitely men with agendas, for
I
sure.
feel like we know what we want. Just generally
Yeah,
speaking.
but that's
we know
because
what we want.
you do know what you want, that's for sure.
do.
But you don't generally tend to take in all the other aspects of life and all the other elements of things that women would think about. Men don't think about them.
You got an example of that?
Oh God, not particularly. But I would say that no, I don't.
You said
You've just
We're going
thrown
back
this
to
at me.
confusion.
How
It's
can I?
confusion. It's just confusion. So there's this mystical thing in life that men aren't seeing that you can see, but you can't say what it is. You ain't got
say
a
that's
clue what you
true.
want. You ain't got a clue.
I just don't. But I'm the wrong person to ask because I
Why?
just
You're
don't
a woman.
care.
What do you mean you don't care? Of course you care.
I don't have agendas. I don't have anything like
You don't
that.
care.
I don't have an agenda. I don't have like, oh, I must be married by this point. I must have children by this point. I want to be old and be with this person and do. I don't see life like that.
You
Life
don't-
changes so fast. Things happen to you, around you, all sorts that would just get thrown in the way. And what is the point in getting so stressed and wound up about that? I might as well just live and enjoy
I
it.
don't buy it.
Well,
I
that's
don't-
how I feel.
I don't buy that you've never sat there and thought to yourself, oh, I hope I don't grow old alone.
Oh no, I do think that. I hope I don't, for sure. But I'm not like going out and going, right, I need to meet someone now and I need to have a ring on my finger by this point. And
Okay.
I'm just not like that.
Oh, okay, fine. But do you think a lot of women are?
Yeah.
So then, would that be the more prominent position taken by women overall or not? Or is it 50-50?
I think
50% like you, 50% got an agenda, bang, 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 bang. This is
no, I
what's going to
think
happen.
it's a higher percentage of agenda. I won't lie. There's not as many.
Okay, but you're the wrong woman to ask that question. You can't imagine why they are the way they are if you're not one of them.
I understand it. It's really hard. I understand it. I understand why they're doing it and why they have the need for it. A lot of my friends are like that, so I see it around me. I do know that they're like that, but for me, I sort of sit there baffled. I do actually feel on the outside when there's conversations like that. I can't be involved in them because I sort of look at them and I'm like, are you seriously saying that? Like, that is what's really important to you right now. And, you know, that all this structure that they have in their mind, and they need to do this and they need to do that, and they're focused on this, and it's just all this big drama. I just sort of look and I sit on the outside of it. I've explained this to you before. When I was younger, I couldn't cope with it. I was always friends with guys, so I find that mentality easier to understand.
I have always believed the notion that these women that, you know, are maybe in their late teens, early 20s, in their mind have a roadmap of, you know, scheduling that they want to achieve, and by XYZ date, you know, meet someone and we're going to be together like this.
Like they've planned their weddings, they know the names of their babies.
I'm going to get married by this time, I'm going to have a kid by this time, then of course we've got to have a little girl, you know, and then we'll go on holidays, and then we'll do this to
but those are all like versions of dreams, aren't they, really? Like, you guys have dreams, but it wouldn't necessarily be that, and these women's dreams are that.
In most cases, it definitely would. I mean, obviously, we men, I feel like a lot more. We go through the motions of life because it's kind of like the right thing to do, but it doesn't come natural to us in the same way. Like, for example, I would say that a lot of men are pretty much led by women. You know, in heterosexual couplings, you know, those are genders that are decided by women. Men just sort of go along with them in a lot of ways. I think that happens a lot. But I also have a theory that these women that have those, you know, sections worked out, you know, a lot of them get it, you know, they get it how they want it. They go out, they get they get it all how they want it, when they want it.
Yep.
I got a theory that there's loads of these women, you know, like 35, 40 years old. They've gone out, you know, they've been the pretty girl, they've met the guy, the pretty guy, you know, the handsome guy. They got with him, they had the little boy. They had the little girl, you know. They went out for dinners. They've met each other's friends. They've met each other's family, you know. They got the mortgage. They got married. They got it all. They've been on a holiday. And then I got a theory that she is sitting there, 35 years old, 40 years old, after doing it all, thinking, now what? Now what? You know, why did I want all that? Because now I got it all, and what?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Like, that felt so important to me. It felt so important to me to achieve these things. And I had friends that were just jealous of me because I'd done it and they hadn't. You know, I'd made it along this line of just doing things this way that I wanted, you know?
I think it just comes under the human nature of we're never satisfied. We always want more.
I think
that's what it is.
I find career women much more interesting.
Yeah.
I do. I do. You know, people that just want to live their life, and
it's just so the same.
Attitude is better.
I told you the story. You know, when I was at school, I was the only girl in my class when the teacher said, "Oh, everybody draw what you want to be when you're older." Every single girl in my class drew a picture of a house with them as the mum, with a husband and babies. Every single one. I drew a picture of me with a desk. And then me on a stage with a microphone, because at that point I wanted to be like an actor or something like that. That's what I drew. I drew that, and I drew a desk, and I was like, I want to be in an office, I want to do something like that, and I want to be on stage. And that was what I drew. And my teacher, I remember my teacher looking at me, because he'd obviously walked around the entire room. Boys had all drawn football, like wanted to be a footballer, that kind of stuff. A few different random ones from the boys, but I remember the teacher walking around, and I had a male teacher at the time, and I remember him walking around and looking at all the girls. Oh, that's lovely, lovely drawing, lovely drawing. I remember him looking at mine and then looking back at me to make sure it was me who'd drawn it and it wasn't one of the boys.
Yeah.
And then looking, because my best friend next to me normally would do everything the same, or we'd copy each other, or like you do. And she'd done that. She'd drawn being a mum, and I was actually really surprised that she did it. I remember being that young thinking, why would you want to be, why would you, like, think of all the things you could do. Why have you decided now that that's what you're doing? And I remember it then thinking, that's really weird. And my teacher sort of looked at me and gave me a little smile and just carried on walking, and I was like, oh, and I felt really weird because I was the only one who did it. But now looking back, I'm like, well, now I understand why. Because most of those people do have babies, and you know, pretty much all of them I think from that class all are in family situations and stuff like that, and my mentality was totally different.
I'm going to give it a summary.
You go for it.
I'm going to say
because we're not on sex anymore.
I'm going to say that women do not know what they want.
Okay.
They give off the air that they do.
Neither do men.
Well, okay, fine.
No one knows what they want.
So, next podcast, what should we do? God? Let's talk about God.
Should we do God and then come back to your questions? a little later. I think
I'll
that's a good idea.
Give you a little time.
Maybe
to think about
do we do?
You've realised after reading these bangers right here, these fantastic questions, that yours are shit.
To be honest, I've forgotten my questions. I typed them up like a
Yours
week
are
and a
all
half
from
ago.
Marie Claire. Yours are all from Marie Claire.
I don't even know what I wrote, so we got to go through that. So we'll do paranormal or God or something.
Yeah, okay. So until next time, thank you very much for listening.
Woo, we made it.